Hey, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to explain a content strategy system that I've created. It's a framework in 5 levels. With this system, you will be able to plan your content strategy with different types of content to reach your target audience. First, of course, before trying to create your content strategy, you should analyze your customer buying journey, meaning what are their problems, what are their needs, what are their objectives and responsibilities this year, and also analyze how they buy, the process they go through in order to make their decision in B2B but also B2C. After analyzing this customer buying journey, you will be able to create your content strategy, which is the topic of the video of today. So this framework has 5 levels, which are levels of commitment, because most of your audience doesn't know about your brand and they will have to go through a series of commitment before actually working with you. It goes from a really low commitment, meaning that they just see you as some noise in the market, to a high commitment, which is buying something from you. And I will explain how you help them go through this process of commitment with your content. So you have 5 levels of commitments corresponding with 5 types of content. The first type of content is snack content. The second one is short form content. Then you have long form content. The fourth one is intent-based content. And the last one is personalized content. So I will deep dive into each of those levels in order for you to understand how to leverage them for your content strategy. It's starting with the first level, which is the snack content. Here you are using snack content to generate awareness where your audience spend time. So basically it's 99% of the time on social media, because this is where people spend time in 2023. And this content will help you to generate awareness, but also attract attention from your audience to your brand. Don't get me wrong, you will not have high level of commitment with short snack content, because it's so short that it doesn't give enough information about your brand, but it's important for you to create snack content in order to reach your audience where they are. So snack content is a short and easy to consume piece of content that can be released anywhere on social media and that can be consumed by your audience in like less than 1 minute. For this, depending on where your target audience spend time, this is why you need to analyze their customer buying journey. You can look at different channels such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. So on those platforms, you can release short posts, such as a LinkedIn post with a short text and an image that explain your story or that explain a quick idea from your brand. You can also release short videos. So it's less than 1 minute, and you can use Instagram Reels, TikToks, and also use YouTube Shorts to find your audience. You also have Twitter, which is now X, and Substack Notes, which is a new channel that can be used. For this kind of content, you are really low in commitment and there is actually no intent from your audience. So make sure to add a soft call to action. A soft call to action is something that is really easy for them to do. So click to have a content or click to follow, something like this. But don't try to have a hard call to action, which would be book a call, book a demo, talk to sell, something like that. This is too hard for the top of funnel content. So this is how you create snack content. Now let's move on to the second level of commitments, short form content. So as your audience progress in the commitment journey, meaning that they want to know more about you, they feel more committed to your brand. So as your audience continues in the buying journey, they feel more and more commitment towards your brands. Maybe they've seen like 20 LinkedIn posts and they feel ready to have more information about you. So for this level of commitment, you should have content that is short but convey more information than snack content. You can create a newsletter or a Substack to send key information to your audience like every month or every 2 weeks. You can also create short form blog content on your blog, but also on your Substack. It can also be short YouTube videos, like 5 to 10 minutes, where you deliver one main idea. And also your website pages, such as the About Us page, or maybe if you have a part which is a content hub on your website. For this short form content, you should do one of the 3 aspects. First, share valuable insights. Second, talk about a problem that your audience has. And third, explain a bit more, but not in details, your solution. Okay, now let's move on to the next layer of commitment and the next layer of content, which is long form content. So when your audience becomes more active in their buying decision journey, it's time to give them more information about your brand and also about your solution. You need to create long-form content about a pain point you are solving, a solution you are proposing, but also case studies that you created before and so on. So for this type of information, you should look at this kind of content. First, it could be comprehensive guides that explain your solution at a high level without too many details. Here you are focusing on what value you promise, but also how you deliver the value and what your audience will achieve after working with you. Then you also have infographics, which are dense information but packaged in a friendly and a visual way. You can also create white papers, but make sure to make it engaging. So in the white paper, you explain your vision and how you solve problems. It can also be a manifesto that you share for free on your website. You can also look at in-depth article. So on your website, on your blog or your Substack, explain your solution in details so you can have your audience that is interested to buy to actually consume more information and get interested by buying your solution. Last but not least, a very useful one is to create generic case study. So let's say you are targeting 5 industries. You will generate and create one case study per industry to explain how your solution helps specific type of clients in a given industry. Here, it's really important to segment your target audience in order to create long-form content that will have a direct impact and resonate on your target audience. Okay, once you have snack content, short-form content, and long-form content, you need to have a 4th level of content which will match a high level of commitment and a high level of intent from your audience. I call it intent-based content. So let me explain this layer. Here, you need to create content that directly address a pain point that a specific customer has or a need and interest that your audience has. You need to deep dive into specific pain points and create content out of them in order to be convincing, in order to be persuading, and in order to turn them into clients. So your audience that has high intent need to see this kind of content. It can be a services comparison where you compare your service with your competitors or with alternative solutions. It could be a very technical case study that addresses a specific pain point or need. You can also create long-form videos, even videos that are 1 hour long, to convince your audience to trust you on a very specific point. It can also be on your website, high intent blog articles, also the pricing pages. This is also where your sales proposals come in. So you should have a company deck and a discovery call proposal in order to send them after the discovery call with your audience. So this type of content with high level of intent is really here to turn those active buyers into deals and into revenue pipeline. The last layer of content is personalized content. So this one should be used only for specific industries or specific type of businesses. If you have a generic product, so basically it's here to convert hot leads into clients. You can create content that is personalized for one key customer. So this should be used only for high potential deals that are your top tier ICP. So if you are in a B2B service company, it could be a big customer that is going to purchase something from you on a long-term basis or a high-ticket client. If you have a B2B SaaS, a software, and normally you don't do this, this can only be useful if you are trying to go for like big accounts that will generate a lot of revenue for your business. You can create on-demand case study, meaning that your customer comes with a very specific need and you are able to address this need, but you need to prove them that you can do it. So you will craft a case study on demand based on what you've done before in order to convince them that you are able to solve their problem. It can also be a tailored action plan, meaning that you will actually write an action plan on how things will happen. So basically it could be an onboarding plan or an education plan or just an action plan of what will happen in the next months. You can also open a data room. So in your content hub, create a data room where you put all the documents needed for your buyer to make the decision and create a password that only them can access. So this will feel really premium for them. And based on that, you will increase the chance of success. If you really want to get this customer, you can also organize a specific event that is only for them. So let's say you book a conference room with 20 people with 20 seats, and you invite your clients to come in, and you invite some of your internal experts as well to come to the conference in order to show them your solution. You can imagine this type of event, and the return on investment will be high for high ticket deals and for long-term deals as well. So the level of customization here is really high, but it's worth it because you will be able to convert good customers into long-term revenue stream. All right, so that was the 5 layers of commitments with the 5 different types of content. You can find the framework and the templates, so you can actually use it to create your own content strategy. Make sure to create at least 2 or 3 content for each layer, so you will have a complete content strategy. I hope this video was useful for you to create your content strategy. If you want to go further, contact me directly on LinkedIn, so we'll be able to see if we can help you to build your content strategy.